that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Young is going to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun, it's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marquise Brown, 70 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a first carry for their fullback. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. It's the fullback. 51 yards. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A quick throw out to Lockett. Down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Young will set to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Young. And that is incomplete. Pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Room to maneuver at the 35. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mark Andrews, 63 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And running with power here. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action. Young. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Across midfield. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want, and they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. So, touchdown Los Angeles. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Another try for Guerrero.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now here's Young. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys that they want.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Dallas Goedert, 53 yards.
And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Down the sideline he goes. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Slayton, 70 yards. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Young to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dallas Goedert. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing is Jackson. This is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Malik Neighbors, 33 yards, and the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this pass caught by Gray. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Malik Neighbors. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll look to throw. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
First, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll try the middle with Gurindo. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Touchdown! Malik Neighbors, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Young. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Trucks over it, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Jackson now. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And all the way down to the 29.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Guerrero. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff running right, Guerrero. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A give running left now, Guerrero. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Handoff here, Guerrero. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 48 yards. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Chargers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the